everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Dramaturgy podcast. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. I am stressed out because I just came back from vacation and work has piled up so bad. But yeah, we're not here to talk about my work. In this episode, I am going to be covering the currently airing Korean BL drama titled Business as Usual. I mentioned this like 2 episodes before this, where I did my watches digest, that I was really into this drama and I was enjoying it. And so I thought I would do a full review of it. Because as it stands, I actually have a lot to say because I feel like this drama actually speaks to me oddly enough. Like it speaks to me way more than it should. And yeah, so let's talk about it. Business as Usual, like I mentioned, is a Korean BL drama. It basically follows Kim Min-jun, who is this 30-year-old office worker that, has his boyfriend, or his ex-boyfriend, I should say, from college come back into his life and join his company. And they're kind of like walking through their breakup and the miscommunication and just general lack of communication that caused their relationship to kind of break apart. They are working through that again. And, I am someone that I love an obsessed character. And I have to say that Kim Min-jun's ex-boyfriend in this, Jinwan, is obsessed with him. And I love to see it. I love to see it for him. Like, it's amazing. And it's just something that I think I crave in dramas. I just need my characters to be, willing to do anything. Literally, they've been apart. They have not seen each other for 8 years. And this guy comes into his life and you would think that it was just yesterday that they broke up. That's what I like. It makes no sense, of course. Like, that is a long ass time, but I will take it. Anyways, Kim Min-jun, is 30 years old now. He's no longer a kid. They broke up when they were a lot younger. But I think that because Jinwan was his first boyfriend and the boyfriend that allegedly hurt him the most, he kind of held that in his mind. For Jinwan as well, Kim Min-jun is someone that he really, really liked and was someone that just disappeared. And so they have a lot to hash out, and so I guess that 8 years kind of makes sense given that they never had closure. So my first impression about this drama, again, I am someone that I will watch a KBL drama any day. Like, you don't have to ask for too much. I will watch it if it exists. Right? And so there was no real reason why I chose this drama, to be honest. I just saw it was a KBL and I was on there, clicking it instantly. Honestly, I am the target audience for dramas like this, honestly. But yeah, so I will say that, when I first watched the first episode, I was kind of like shocked because I will say KBLs shy away from like physical scenes, NC scenes, kiss scenes. When they do them, they don't do it very well. They are very, kind of like awkward about it, right? And so when I saw the first episode and they're kissing in the first episode, I was like, wait, what? It was a nice surprise, a surprise I really liked. And so I was really hooked. And I thank them for their service. Like I thank them for the hard work they did in that just one episode. But that was just setting the stage, right? The first episode sets the stage of, we see them being together and having had sex, right? And immediately after that, they break up because, it seems that Jinwan was cheating on him or is cheating on him. Now, I will say this as someone that has watched Korean dramas for what now? How many years has it been? 12 years. I always know the plot of a drama easily. Like, I am very quick on whatever it is that a drama is trying to do. And so when I saw him on the phone, right, like after they've had sex and, he wakes up, takes a call, that is Jinwan, right? He takes a call and he's talking to his friend and, you see him kind of talk about someone or is talking about what is seemingly or who is seemingly Min-jun in this scenario, right? And he's talking about how he was just like humoring him. He doesn't really like him, blah blah blah. Minjun is taking this and he thinks it's him that it's about, right? But I know from my experience of watching dramas for so long that obviously it's not him. Obviously it's somebody else that he's talking about, and you know, Minjun is just too insecure to see that, right? And that's interesting about Korea, right? Like I am watching it with subtitles, right? And so as Jinwan is talking to his friend, he says, you know, I'm just humoring him. I was playing with him for just a few moments, and he thinks that there's something there, you know, and the subtitles is using he, him, right? But I know that Korea does not use pronouns in the way that like English does. Like Koreans, like they don't use it in the way we like have to in the English language. So actually in that scene he was talking about a girl, like he was talking about a lady and a woman, but you know, obviously to mislead us, the subtitles is using him, right? Because that is how Minjun I think perceives it, because he perceives it to be about him. And so, you know, when that scene was going on in my mind, I just like, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, right? I know what is going on. And so, even though, you know, Minjun gets up and follows him when Jinwan leaves, and we see that, you know, Jinwan is like being really close and, you know, touchy with this person, I knew that it wasn't anything. And I knew Minjun was obviously like seeing things from a different lens. And that's what we like see 8 years later, right? That clearly it was actually his friend, and had nothing to do with what Minjun thought it was, right? I won't go too deep into the whole plot of what happened here because there's a lot, but I do want to highlight something that I find very interesting and something that, you know, I mentioned how this drama speaks to me. The character of Minjun is someone that I deeply, 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 deeply relate to. Like I deeply relate to him in that like I am that kind of person, and not once has he irritated me because I understand that personality, right? It's a personality that, you know, he's so insecure about himself. He's so unsure about, you know, Jinwan's feelings for him. He's so unsure about the relationship that they have that it's affecting the relationship, right? And it's interesting to watch because obviously Jinwan is more on the popular side. He's always been on the popular side. I won't say it's that he doesn't think much, but Jinwan is one of those people that like what you see is what you get. They don't have like a deeper they don't have like a deeper meaning to things, right? You really should believe him when he says things, right? Unlike Minjun, I feel like not always easy to read. So when Jinwan says that like he likes Minjun, we see his point of view. We see that he really, really, really like is into Minjun, right? And kind of obsessed with him, right? Like he's trying to do everything for him, right? That is true, right? And it's one of those like it's one of those relationships where they both love each other so much that it's a problem, right? They both like want to do so much for one another and want to be the best for each other that like it's a problem, right? I would say that I think Minjun is more of the issue here because he is the one that is more insecure. But I will say that there are moments like there was a scene in the wedding where I mean obviously Jinwan is the one that's really friends with the groom, is friends with the groom's friends, right? It's like a whole friend group, right? And so there's a moment when they are taking the photos with the couple where I think one of Jinwan's friends calls him and, you know, tells him, "Oh, come up here. Let's like come take the picture." And Jinwan runs and just like joins them, forgetting kind of that like Minjun is still there, and Minjun like knows them, but like it's not really his friend group, right? Jinwan notices just as he like starts to pose for the photo that like, oh shit, like I forgot about Minjun, right? And you can see that affects Minjun in that moment. And so it's little things like that you know you can kind of see personality and how different they are, and Minjun acknowledges that. It's just that Jinwan I feel like is not yet ready to give up on it, right? Because again he likes him so much, right? But I think that is one of those things that I feel like Minjun has to work on himself to fix. It's not really something that I feel like Jinwan can't really do anything about because I feel like he's already trying hard enough, right? I feel like there's really not much he can do at this point that will change anything. And Minjun just has to work on himself. Or, I mean, unfortunately, Minjun is the kind of person that gives up, which is the unfortunate thing. Rather than try and like work on himself and see how he can be better, he just wants to give up, which is unfortunate because Jinwan does not want that. But ideally, I would have liked, or I would like Minjun to want to like work hard, and be better for Jinwan and their relationship. I will say that I do find their chemistry very good. Right, their love scenes are so cute. Jinwan is always is always ready. He's always ready. Like I said, I like a guy that's just like ready and obsessed and just wants and wants and wants. It's a fantasy. This is why I watch dramas, right? And honestly, Jiman delivers in that point. And I just liked seeing the flashbacks into like how they came to be. You don't get enough of people that just like fall in love because they like can't sense the other person, like they sense each other's attraction for one another. Like when they meet, like it was just instant in like love at first sight kind of thing of like they just recognize each other and they liked how each other looks, kind of, right? That's kind of what started it, and it's from that like they decided to like do more. But it's almost like they could kind of just like see, they had like this little amazing thing when they saw each other for the first time. And I remember Kim Min Jung was so shook that he like ran away. And yeah, it was so cute and I really like it. I liked their like dating college days. It was just I love it so much. It's a shame that they lost all those years together because I think that they are so cute together. But doesn't this kind of remind you guys of My Dating Sim? Like I feel like um this is like almost the exact plot of Dating Sim. Not that I'm complaining, I love it. I would take more and more of Dating Sim kind of like stories any day because like yeah, Dating Sim is one of my favorite like BL dramas. But yeah, it does remind me a lot of My Dating Sim. If a little more risk, you know? Just a little bit more risk. But yeah. Anyways, that's really all I have about Business as Usual. I think that this has been a nice watch. It's not particularly like innovative or anything, but I love it. I ate this up very easily. It's very short and yeah, nothing about to say about it. Honestly amazing, and I relate to Minjun so much, and it's my wish that he kind of like believes in himself more, right, and stop being as like insecure about the relationship as he is. But that might take time, and yeah, I would like to see how they conclude this. It's been interesting so far. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about Business as Usual. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. I hope you guys have a lovely, lovely rest of your day and week. And yeah, see you guys again next week. Have a lovely one. Bye.